evening.
Your question is, in what ways can the BPO industry create a more inclusive environment for the LGBTQ plus employees, and how can you personally contribute to that change?
Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. In what ways can the BPO industry create a more inclusive environment for LGBTQ plus employees, and how can you personally contribute to that change?
Good evening, everyone. I believe that the contribution that the BPO industry can give to the LGBTQIA plus community is to have more engagement, creating engagement like LGBTQIA plus inclusivity will gather all LGBTQIA plus coming one together, celebrating their unique qualities, talents, and despite their gender orientation, they will feel accepted by the company. Thank you so much and good evening.
Offended of the wardrobe malfunction. Actually, I'm on the brink of crying after. Wasn't intentional. Anyway.
Let's now move on to the question and answer. Positive. Well, thank you for your honesty, candidate officer. Now, pick your destination. Mayon?
Who?
Now, you have to pick your judge. Your judge again is Mr. John Darrell Martinez.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello. Your question is, how can organizations actively promote LGBTQIA plus representation and inclusion in their ESG reporting, and what impact does this have on the broader community?
Alright, well, in the BPO industry, we have been always have this stereotype that this is a no-brainer and this is the only open opportunity for corporate world, especially for the LGBTQ community. I myself experienced the same situation, and in order to put it upward, we must always promulgate such thing in the local community for it to grow and foster, and for it to develop from one sector to the other. And it's by means of adaptability, change, and resilience. Good evening.
Very well said, candidate.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is your question. In a recent incident in Cebu, a known LGBTQIA plus individual asked a waiter to stand up for 2 hours after being misgendered. How do you approach situations of misgendering with compassion while also advocating for respect and understanding for the LGBTQIA plus community?
Thank you for the question. That is a really trending one, right? For me, I would approach it 2 ways, but not personally to the waiter. One, it happened in the workplace, and I feel managers should always be responsible to their employees' actions, and should also be there to stand for your employees. They may not always be right with all of their actions, but they're open to feedback, receptive to change, and can also be better. And it can be a lack of training, which can cause a lot of process gaps in their development journey, which really helps open up a lot of minds that this should be part of how we embody ways and culture of how a company should be. Your culture should embody inclusivity, respect, and diversity. And through that, I think we would have a better conversation with not the customer directly confronting the waiter, but the manager intervening. Still leveraging respect and still catering to both concerns. I think it could have been handled better if the manager was proactively present in that situation. I would feel bad if I was the waiter because I'd feel like I was abandoned in a situation where I'd feel a lot of support is needed. And in that, I would be a proactive manager and be there, face front, confront, not really in a bad way, but just to kind of settle down and pacify the situation. To ensure that I also get to understand how offensive it can become, and that I know I can deliver the message better and we can do the best service going forward. Thank you.
Your judge is none other than Miss Lars Pacheco.
My idol.
Hello, Naki.
Hello, Lars.
So this is your question. In recent Miss Universe pageants, trans women had been allowed to compete events traditionally reserved for cisgender women. Do you support the inclusion of trans women in pageants historically limited to those assigned female at birth? Why or why not?
Thank you for that wonderful question. But before I'm going to answer that, I'm going to greet you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to the Board of Judges and to Transcom. I really agree to, I'm into inclusivity. Basically, we have in our company, we practice inclusivity. There's this pageant where we join, like not just a woman, intended for women, but transgender can also compete. And I just want to share this one. I compete without passion, and I won last year. Yesterday, I just crowned our new Messiah 2024, and I don't see anything wrong about it. And that's really helpful for everyone because we're just making them, let's say, comfortable of what they are and happy as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Miss Cebu. Thank you, Judge. Alright, you pick Miss Lars Pacheco.
Hello, Nicole. Hello, Miss Lord.
Love the hair.
The inspiration for tonight.
And also I love how you comply with the sustainable fashion
Thank
you
you.
are wearing tonight. So who's your designer in her?
It's actually just my friends. They are here tonight. Charlie and Ivan and Anthony, thank you so much for them.
Okay, so here's your question. How do you think representation of LGBT individuals in leadership roles within the BPO industry can impact company culture and overall employee morale? Again, how do you think representation of LGBT individuals in leadership roles within the BPO industry can impact company culture and overall employee morale?
Thank you so much for that question. As someone who's currently working in a company who truly celebrates inclusivity and diversity, I can say that representation is actually a good thing right now in every company. It was actually accepted, promoted, and celebrated in every company that BPO sectors has. And we should always remember that at the end of the day, no matter what you do in life, no matter what gender you represent, as long as you show up, do good things, be kind, and serve your community, then you will have the best things in your life. And that would be all. Thank you and good evening.
Your judge is Mr. Darrell Martinez.
Hi, Nikki. While same-sex marriage is recognized in some countries, others, including the Philippines, have yet to follow it. How can countries with differing views on same-sex marriage find common ground in respecting human rights in fostering inclusivity?
Well, for me, I myself have a long-time partner. We've been together for 16 years. And we've been together for 16 years. And together, we celebrate inclusivity by privately celebrating it. We don't need, or we do not promote, I may say, we do not need to publicize our relationship because both of us are a private person, and as long as you love each other and you share the same values, you will promote inclusivity. And I'm very fortunate and lucky enough to came from a place or a country where they taught me to find happiness in the inclusivity of arts, in nature, and the healing power of love. And one of the reasons why I joined this pageant is I don't dream with the win of a physical crown or title. I dream of the opportunity to represent each and every one of the LGBTQI plus community, that the world can still be changed by planting seeds of love and acceptance. That will be all. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
I hope you're doing well tonight. Your question is, what are some of the biggest challenges that LGBTQIA plus individuals face in the workplace, and how can employers and colleagues help to overcome them?
I'm sorry, pardon.
Let me repeat again the question. What are some of the biggest challenges that LGBTQIA individuals face in the workplace, and how can employers and colleagues help to overcome them?
Actually, being part of LGBT, we encounter to be discriminated, to be judged by the other people. And I think that our employer helped us to be accepted to our company. Because I firmly believe that the BPO is a safer place for us LGBT to work, to show who we are and what we are. And I'm so thankful and grateful that our employer accept us for who we are. Thank you and good evening.
That's very important. And your judge is Miss Lars Pacheco.
Good evening, ROC.
Good evening, Ms. Stars.
So this is your question. What steps can individuals take to foster greater acceptance and respect for the LGBTQIA plus in the Philippines?
Positivity. Everyone, like in Bacolod, we celebrate the City of Smiles, which represents positivity. And that day, if you're positive in life, even though no one will accept you, even though your family will not gonna accept you, as long as you take it like positively and structured criticism, you'll be able to go in and grow and foster with yourself. Like Bacolod, we just need to be happy. Thank you.
Very well said.